Now that Team USA is back from the Olympics bringing home the gold medal with them, we could talk about the future of the NBA trade drama. Today we're going to take a look at the latest trade talks with Blazers star Damian Lillard. It's hard to think of anywhere else that Dame could join, so today we're going to explore the potential trade that could become a reality at any moment. But before we get into the NBA's latest made-for-TV story, do me a favor and click that subscribe button if you aren't already subscribed to this channel. All done? Alright, on to our video. You know what time it is. Dame time. Damian Lillard played college basketball for the Weber State Wildcats and earned third-team All-American honors in 2012. After being selected by Portland with the 6th overall pick in the NBA draft, Lillard was unanimously voted the NBA Rookie of the Year. Nicknamed Dame Time for his history of making big shots in the clutch, he has received 6 NBA All-Star selections and is one of 2 players in Trailblazers franchise history, along with Clyde Drexler, to become a 6-time All-Star. He's one of the only stars in the NBA that has yet to link up with another star to chase after the coveted NBA title. Lillard is arguably the biggest name to be included in whispers around the league. He's a guy who could almost single-handedly carry a squad, not to mention create iconic moments because of his clutch performances. The Blazers are an organization with their own chaos and drama, and Lillard isn't exactly disgruntled, but he isn't happy either. Portland did nothing to enhance their championship candidacy other than blaming previous head coach Terry Stotts and firing him, and then replacing him with Chauncey Billups. So Lillard knows the clock is ticking on his own reign of greatness, and the Blazers are probably not going to be able to build anything close to a championship contender around him. As a result, the relationship between player and organization is certain to deteriorate over time, and a trade is likely the inevitable outcome. It's Dame time. Dame's time to leave Portland, that is. During a recent media availability, Lillard said the Blazers weren't able to go out there and just get some of the guys that they would have liked in free agency. With all due respect to Cody Zeller, Ben McLemore, and Tony Snell, those aren't the type of difference-making pieces for whom Lillard appeared to be clamoring for a few weeks ago. As word of Lillard's dismay with not winning a title has grown, so is his list of suitors. Needy teams like the Boston Celtics, Los Angeles Lakers, Philadelphia 76ers, and the New Orleans Pelicans have come out and expressed their interest in Lillard. The suitor that appears most poised to make a play on Lillard and check all of the boxes, especially the one that makes them serious title contenders, is trade destination Philadelphia 76ers. With the trade speculation surrounding Ben Simmons, the 76ers are looking to trade Simmons to the Blazers in exchange for Dame. Now, most people would think that's never going to happen. However, Philly could add a few extra incentives to make a deal more interesting, such as more money or draft capital. Ben Simmons is the most recent must-trade NBA star in a long lineage of them. After an abominable performance from Simmons in the second round of the NBA playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks, Philadelphia 76ers co-star Joel Embiid and head coach Doc Rivers expressed their shaken confidence in him. Unless the 76ers were willing to part with Joel Embiid, which seems even more unlikely, it's hard to imagine a Lillard trade that doesn't include Simmons either going to Portland or going to a third team to facilitate some other asset going to the Blazers that they prefer to Simmons. The 76ers were reportedly seeking 4 first-round picks as well as a young star, or someone with star potential, in trades for Simmons, but Lillard is a different animal, and here the 76ers would likely be sending out picks instead of receiving them. Something like Simmons, another young player like Tyrese Maxey or Shake Milton, and a pair of future first-round picks could be a starting point in trade talks. If they needed to loop in a third team such as Golden State, because the Blazers weren't interested in Simmons specifically, maybe something like this could work. 76ers would get Damian Lillard, Warriors would get Ben Simmons, Trailblazers get Tyrese Maxey, James Wiseman, or Jonathan Kuminga, 2022 and 2024 first-round picks from the 76ers, 2023 first-round picks from the Warriors. But again, all of these options require Lillard officially asking for a trade, or the Trailblazers making a risky gamble to try and trade him before he makes a request and forces their hand. Financial considerations could also come into play here. The Blazers might want to use Lillard as an opportunity to shed salary and create more breathing room under the $136.6 million luxury tax threshold too, since Lillard is set to make $39.4 million this upcoming season. The 3 teams would have plenty of details to haggle out, but the overall framework should appeal to each of them. The Warriors should get Simmons without giving up the massive haul Daryl Morey wanted. The Sixers would get Lillard, and the Blazers would get a combination of picks and prospects from the Sixers and Warriors to help expedite their post-Lillard rebuild. With the NBA Summer League now underway in Las Vegas, trade talks could heat up as executives meet face-to-face these weeks. Although a 2-team deal between the Blazers and Sixers, Blazers and Warriors, or Sixers and Warriors doesn't appear set in stone, all 3 teams could work together to pull off a blockbuster trade that drastically shakes up the championship picture. So we know the 76ers can afford Damian Lillard, but what would getting Damian Lillard mean to the 76ers? Well, a great shooter and a bona fide duo in Dame and Joel Embiid to compete with the other star-studded teams across the league. The trade would put the 76ers neck and neck with the 2021 title winners Milwaukee Bucks and place the Knicks and Heat even further in the 76ers' rear view. That does it for our time on Damian Lillard and his presumed trade to the Philadelphia 76ers. As soon as this news breaks, the web may too, because a splash like this to a 49-23 team is sure to have anyone with an opinion giving theirs about what this means for a franchise that was on the doorstep of title contention a season ago. We'd sure like to hear your thoughts on Dame's new team and what would it mean for the NBA, and if that would reshuffle the power at the top of the East. If you haven't done so already, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on more stories like this and some of the best sports content on the web. Until next time, sports fans.